Hi, Collective. It's Intuitive Pisces Moon. And today I am going to give you just a general reading. I did channel a song as well as some pieces that go along with it to go with this reading. And it is Alanis Morrisette, You Learn. So the lyrics that jumped out to me, which I will also post in the description of this video, is you live, you learn, you love, you learn, you cry, you learn, you lose, you learn, you bleed, you learn. You scream, you learn. I recommend biting off more than you can chew to anyone. I certainly do. I recommend sticking your foot in your mouth at any time. Feel free. So, the message that I got to go along with that is the point is that you lived. Okay. We sometimes make decisions which makes us live, love, cry, lose, bleed, and scream. But you learn from these. It's a life well lived to have gotten to experience all of these because you lived. So I loved that message that came through because, yes, we all experience good times and bad, and sometimes we can't see a way out of a situation or, whatever you're going through at the moment. Whether it's major change in your life, you're uncertain about a lot of things. But the fact is that we shouldn't be afraid to live. It is part of our journey. And as we're living, we're also learning. So the older you get, the more mature you get, the more lessons you learn, the more wise you are. So I just love the idea of that. So let's go ahead and jump in here with these decks. Just a few that I want to use. Okay, I want to start with this one. So this is the Angels and Ancestors. I just want to get those as a base and then build off of them with the other decks. We'll see how this goes. So let's go along with that theme of you live and you learn. So what do we have to go along with that? Okay, so we have Water Guardian, connect with your emotions. We have Lord, take charge with authority. So that's like the Emperor card there. Trader, exchange energy to create abundance. I love that. That's like when you trade services with somebody instead of paying money. Our energy is our currency. And that is something that our society has kind of gotten away from with capitalism. Money is just a thing printed on a piece of paper. It's not even backed by anything. So if you really want to deal in energy, that is something that you can consider doing with trading services. So let's just say hypothetically you're a hairdresser and you want to go to a massage therapist and get a massage. Well, maybe you can exchange services and have one of you, get the massage for the cost of a haircut or something to do with your hair, with a stylist, whatever it works out to be. But I've engaged in trading energies in the past. And again, it is a win-win situation. You both have something that each of you wants, and you are happy to trade your service in exchange for their energy as well. It's like a symbiotic relationship. Okay, we have Magic Guardian. Unlock the magic within. And then let's get one more. We have Fire Guardian. Ignite your passions. Okay. Beautiful energy to start with there. And then bottom of the deck on this one, Medicine Guardian. Be open to healing information. So again, with the trading services, with that bottom of the deck card, I look at that too as be open to healing. So maybe trading services is something that's kind of an unfamiliar or foreign concept to you. If you think of it again, back in the old days, before there was actual money, before the currency system came to play, people traded service. You were a blacksmith, you did your blacksmithing for people who gave you food from a butcher. It was just those skill sets out there were like a niche. So you were one person doing one thing, and someone else did something else, someone else did something else, and you all traded with each other and said, okay, I'm going to give you this, we're going to do this. So with that healing card, I'm seeing that some of you are going to be more open to that now. Okay. So I think that's a beautiful energy to start with. So let's read on these and then we will build from there. So, Water Guardian, connect with your emotions. Take time to understand how you really feel. Know that your sensitivity is not a curse, but a gift that allows you to receive and understand messages directly from your soul. Water is the element that is in your blood, your tears, and your flesh. The water guardian represents the angels of water who can help you dive within excuse me, sorry, can help you dive within to understand the depth of your emotions. These angels are all about helping us to see your emotions aren't just the feelings that are on the surface. They are also the old emotions you may have locked deep within the shadows of your soul. Through helping you acknowledge your deepest emotions, the angels of water help you to hear the messages these have for you and to unlock your intuitive powers and the energies of abundance. Your angels want you to know that it's okay to feel the emotions that are surfacing in you at this time. It doesn't matter if they are joyous or sad. They are all powerful messengers that allow you to understand what you want and need. Taking time to breathe and acknowledge them lets them float through you rather than crashing down on you as an overwhelming wave. Note that there are also intuitive psychic messages arising in you at this time, and unless you acknowledge everything as it comes up, you may miss important guidance that can lead you to support and love. All right, that is beautiful energy there. Just looking for the next one here. There we go. All right, so Lord, take charge with authority. Don't be afraid to take charge or use your voice. Be strong. The Lord is the consort of the lady, the emperor in the traditional tarot. He represents an authoritative male who isn't afraid to lay down the law, but this doesn't mean he is angry or chauvinistic. He is self-possessed, reliable, and ambitious, a man of honor who has earned his place in society. The Lord in this oracle holds a ram's staff and wears a crown of antlers, showing he keeps himself firmly rooted in the ground and is protective of his people. His regal air indicates he has a taste for the finer things in life, yet he is sensitive to those who are less fortunate than he is. Sometimes you have to take control in order to be honored. If you feel that your kindness or gifts are being taken for granted, it's time to change that. There's no excuse for bad behavior, and the ancestors are encouraging you to hold your ground and speak your mind in a fiercely loving way. You have the energy and might to overcome dramas or energies that aren't working for your growth, and it's time to take charge before you find yourself in a situation you don't want to be in. You are being encouraged to be the boss instead of being bossed. This card also brings the energy of ambition and can show that you have the potential to move upwards in a professional career, but only if you act with authority and show who you really are. I actually love that because that goes along with what I was saying with the trader card here and how your energy is your currency. And so this is saying that, you can take charge and kind of become this trader out there. I love that. Okay, so for trader, this is an exchange energy to create abundance. Make connections and exchange information, talents, or support. The trader brings a lesson and energy of exchange. When he appears, he could represent an opportunity to exchange talents, whatever they may be, in order to expand or be about the exchange of energies that came from the universe, or both. For example, if you are a creative person or consider yourself creative, when you share your talents, you are giving them, and when you do so, the universe will give you more in order for you to share more. It's all a beautiful cycle. The trader also reminds you to be open and honest and act with integrity in your exchanges because doing something to get something will only lead to challenges. Okay. So before I go on in that, going back to the exchange that I was referring to with the hairdresser and the massage therapist, if you're thinking, let's just say both services cost about the same for the same amount of time, that would be an even exchange. Whereas if you were the massage therapist, let's just say, and you charge $100 an hour and the hairstylist charges $30 an hour. So that may be an unfair thing, and maybe one is trying to get an exchange of something in return. So if the hairdresser knows that her services or his services are not worth as much in a time respect as the massage therapists are, then they're not looking to get that $70 for free. Maybe they can say, okay, 5 haircuts for one massage or something like that, whatever it balances out to be. But again, it has to do with evenly exchanged energy and not expecting something in return, unless you're dealing that way. The universe operates under the law of cause and effect and is always looking to return to a natural state of balance. So if you are lacking in the feelings of abundance at this time, you're being invited to share your time, your gifts, and your understanding with others. If you're frustrated because something isn't unfolding in your life, instead of asking yourself what you can get, ask yourself what you can give. The exchange of energy doesn't necessarily mean financial energy. It can also be about supporting in order to feel supported. If you've been holding back with your offerings, now is the time to change that. Allow yourself to be open, honest, and vulnerable. This can prepare you to open up to even greater opportunities in the coming days, weeks, and months. Okay, that is great. And I think at some point we may get back to a place like that where you're trading energy rather than anything that involves actual money. So I'm still looking here for this Magic Guardian. Okay, so unlock the magic within. That's this one. Stop looking outside yourself and recognize that you have incredible power within. Magic is the energy of the universe that allows you to manifest and create through the direction and power of your will. It changes according to your frequency. The Magic Guardian is a representation of the angel of magic who helps you direct your will to bring something into creation. She is the angel who swirls around shamans and wise ones when they are calling on the energy of magic to help them manifest something that will be healing and supportive of their path. She is the angel of all magic that is directed for the highest good of whoever is working with it. You are the magic. You are the answer. You have it all within you. If you've been searching for an answer or a reason to focus, recognize that all you are looking for is already within you. You are a powerful and magical person with the capacity to direct your intentions and will your desires into being. But your power can only be powerful when you own it. So take time to acknowledge it. Your ability to dedicate yourself to a goal and make it happen is a real gift that you are being guided and recognized now. All right, let's get over to Fire Guardian. So this is about igniting your passions. Connect with your desires. The sparks could only lead to something beautiful. The Fire Guardian represents the angels of fire. Fire is an energy that many people are afraid of, but shouldn't be. Burning desires can lead to great expansion. Allow the Fire Guardian to help you awaken a wilder side of yourself and burn away any fear or shame that stands between you and your desires. When this card appears, you are reminded that passion is powerful and absolutely encouraged by spirit. You're being guided by your angels to connect with the powerful energy of desire at this time. If you have recently set an intention to explore your sexual side or become more sexually open, the fire of desire can burn away any old setbacks that are preventing you from expressing that part of your nature. If you are in a relationship, this card can indicate a great spiritual and sexual connection. Okay. I wasn't expecting that message from this deck, but there it is. You have that. Okay. I also see it as, igniting your passions to do something that you're looking to do. So an energy exchange project, let's just say. So whatever you're looking to focus on, you have your magic within, you need to take charge. And then we have water and fire, which are opposites here. A lot of guardians. So I just want to note that as well, is that you have three guardians, fire, water, and magic, all working with you in this project, whatever it may be. So if some of you are starting a business, and I'm assuming healing is involved with this because, that's your soul's path, your soul journey. Again, don't look at it from a monetary mindset. Look at it as, what am I giving as a service? And the money will just flow to you naturally. So that's kind of the way that we need to look at it. All right. I'm going to jump into the tarot here and just play on some of these cards now that we've read them. Let's just see what else we have. So let's get to Water Guardian. Okay, we have the King of Cups. Wow. Perfect card to put under that one. I mean, that's somebody who has mastered their emotions, trusts their intuition, and, lives in their heart space. But that's beautiful energy right there. All right. Then we have the Six of Cups. So that's childlike energy, like reconnecting from someone from your past, possibly, but just kind of going back into your happy child thoughts and memories and, that sort of thing. So one of the things that they say is to kind of go back to when you were a kid and you were asked, what do you want to be when you grow up? Whatever you wrote down was likely some thing within you that you wanted to do. So if you wanted to be a veterinarian, you want to help animals, So what this is also saying is to go back to that space of when you were in a just, no blocks in your life. You don't have the adult issues that you run into. You have no fear. You're just a kid. You have innocence, So you're like, well, what do I want to do? I want to do this. And that may be something to go back and think about and embrace. Okay. So that might be part of your path here with the change. And Five of Wands. Okay. So with the Five of Wands, that is battle and conflict, competition. So going back, I'm looking at the past here because, we have kind of past energy. Even though it's balanced, this kind of throws it off balance. So it's like you start here with this beautiful water energy, the cup energy, the emotional energy, the intuitive energy, and then you throw this five, it's like a stick in the spokes right here, this card. So on your journey, either in the past you have encountered opposition, conflict, competition, and I'm seeing you potentially moving past that. However, this may also just be a fear of yours, okay? I fear that if I do move forward, that I'm going to be met with opposition, competition, battle, conflict, that just could be a fear of yours. So, all right, let's move over to the Lord or the Emperor. What do we have for this pile? Okay, a couple flew out. We have the Eight of Swords. So that means you feel trapped. The Hierophant. And the Nine of Pentacles. So this is strictly a mental prison. So because it's in this pile, I'm seeing that you need to break out of that mental prison. You need to be more authoritative. You need to be more, take charge and make your own decisions. This may be, I saw a meme one time of literally somebody building a cage around them, and the cage was just a little square of space, and each person that came up handed them a metal rod, and the person put the metal rod around them in a square and built their own prison. So you're letting other people hand you this rod saying, here's my belief of what I think you should be and how you should do things. Take it, and then you inevitably build the prison around you with other people's opinions. So that's kind of what I'm seeing with this is you have the capacity to get out of that, especially when there's only 8. The front was wide open in standard tarot, so you can easily just kind of walk away. So, as I said, it is more of a mental prison than a physical prison. Now, Hierophant is a leader. So, this could be a spiritual teacher, a shaman. It could signify marriage in traditional ways, but it is typically a teacher. So, this may be something that you're being called to do with the take charge and authority. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. So, this right here is you are bringing in money. You're happy. You might be single. Okay. This is typically right before the 10 of Pentacles, which is happy family, you know, lots of money between a family. So this is like you're almost there with the family, but you're doing it by yourself at the moment. So, all right. Let's see what else we have under Trader. We have the Two of Swords. So that could be somebody being blind to something or failing to see the truth or not wanting to see the truth. So that's, as I said before, it's taken me back to what I said with the some people are foreign to this concept and could not fathom a lifestyle without money and just exchanging services. So I'm seeing that going along with that. Now, Page of Swords, that is fast moving, kind of, childlike energy again. And it could be a message of truth and clarity. So this could be somebody sending you a message, maybe unveiling the truth that you're failing to see. And then we have the High Priestess. Oh, man. So that is all about trusting your intuition and knowing what to do. So the blindfold might be coming off and you might be trusting better, your intuition. Okay. Let's get to the next pile. We have Magic Guardian. All right, we have the Emperor. Emperor came out twice now. So again, strong masculine energy. He's taking charge. He's doing what he needs to do, authoritative. He's usually business-minded. All right, we have the Star. Wow. So that is about wishes fulfilled, having hope for the future. That comes right after the Tower moment. So maybe your world was stripped down recently and now you have hope for the future. You're unlocking that magic within. Wheel of Fortune. Luck is on your side, ladies and gentlemen. You have that hope. I mean, this is all major arcana, this entire row. You have that hope to unlock the magic that's within with your authoritative, masculine dominance, and the universe has your back. I mean, beautiful energy, this pile. Holy cow. All right, let's get over to Fire Guardian. We have Judgment. Okay, so that could mean that some of us are placing judgment on our lives. And because that card specifically called out relationships, that could be something that we're looking at with judgment. It does this relationship, whether it's a business relationship, a personal relationship, a familial relationship, or friendship, whatever the ship is, you're looking at it and deciding if it's for you or not. And if it's not, then you are placing judgment on it and saying, I need to get away from this and it's not for me. The Empress. The Empress came out with the Emperor. I mean, that is a pair. That in itself. So now we have the feminine version of the Emperor, and basically this is very strong feminine energy. She's very receptive. She's very resourceful. She is also intuitive. She got there because she embodied all the queens before her. I mean, just this is such beautiful energy. I can't even. And then the Four of Swords. So that is about resting, recuperation, knowing when it's time to just be like, okay, It's time to rest. You're healing. You're rejuvenating yourself. I love it. Okay. Let's get, this is the Seed and Sickle. So I am going to use the Dawn guidebook. This comes with a dusk and a dawn. Since we're looking at what we're starting new here, I'm going to go with the dawn because that's new beginnings. So we're just going to pull a couple of cards from this and we'll read just the short messages that go along with them. We'll do one in each pile. Okay, so we have basil, lavender, chickweed, bracken, and jasmine. Jasmine smells so pretty. It's so powerful. Okay, so for basil, let's get that one first, number 24. You're due to set out on a journey, be it a physical or spiritual, so be ready for a change in your life. In Italy, posts of basil are left on windowsills to indicate that guests are welcome, and in Tudor England, basil was given as a gift to ensure safety while traveling. Drawing this card suggests that you're inviting in a change of scenery. Be sensible about your decisions, and your feet will lead you safely where you need to go. All right, that's good advice there. So, lavender, number 16. Lavender is one of the scents that Cleopatra supposedly used to seduce Mark Antony, and it's still a popular perfume today. Presentation will get you everywhere. Whatever your current goal, take some extra time to put your best foot forward. A new wardrobe, a fresh fragrance, or painted nails. Even just brushing your hair and straightening your shoulders will make you feel like a whole new person, and the benefits will show almost immediately. I love that too because it fell on the Emperor and then again the Hierophant right underneath it. So what I'm seeing is that, if you are getting into some sort of venture or something new here, then you're going to need to present yourself in a business-like manner. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying put on a suit and tie if you're a guy or some suit dress thing. I'm not saying that at all, but play the part. They always say to dress for the person you want to be. So if you kind of imagine whatever it is that you're getting into, how would that person dress? How would that person talk? Kind of embody that higher version of yourself that's already there. So that's beautiful. All right, let's go to the next one, chickweed, number 9. In Japan, chickweed is seen as lucky and is included in a dish prepared for festival of Nanakusa no Seku, the festival of 7 herbs. Chickweed and other early herbs are gathered on the morning of January 7th and prepared while reciting a prayer for good luck. New growth is fast to appear at the beginning of spring, and the first green leaves are a good omen of things to come. A period of waiting is over. Results are starting to appear. Fortune's blessings will soon be yours. I love that too because it reminds me too of the Wheel of Fortune. Okay? You have hope for the future. You're looking like a bright shiny star. So, whatever it is you are thinking of doing, everything here is saying it's yours already. It's already yours. Okay, let's go to 3, which is bracken. A popular ingredient in many magical rituals is fern seed, a mystical golden seed that appears when ferns magically flower at midnight on the summer solstice. The actual existence of fern seeds has never been proven, nor have ferns ever been seen to flower. But the magical reputation of the seed remains, as does the fern's mysterious secret. Take your cue from those who would wait an entire year for the seed's brief appearance. Exercising patience will benefit you the most here. That one ingredient you need to succeed in your goal may not come immediately, but rushing after it will not get you anywhere. Okay. So the gist of that one was have patience while things are growing. So again, if you are starting a new business or anything along those lines, you're not going to be successful day one. You're going to have to kind of let things unfold and trust in it. Don't try to hurry things along. All right, let's go to Jasmine. Number 10. You've taken some good initial steps on your journey, but you're starting to flounder. Perhaps you feel as though you could have set out in a different direction, or others are calling you foolish for doing things the wrong way. But you chose this path for a reason. Jasmine always grows exactly where it means to, so do you. You know exactly where you're going and why. Don't let your doubts or the scorn of others make you question yourself. Amazing. Seriously amazing. So I already said that too with the judgment. You're placing judgment on if somebody does not agree with what you're doing, then why am I listening to you? I know what I want and I'm going to go get it. So maybe other people don't quite understand your path and that's not on them to do anyways. So don't worry about it. Okay. I am going to now move into the animal spirit. So I want to see what animal spirit messages we have here. Okay, so we have mouse, tiger, firefly, frog, and hawk. All right, let's read on these. So we have I'm looking at the symbols and what they represent. So we have air and earth. And I'm wondering if this is water. We'll see. Nope, it's not water. The frog is water, sorry. Ignore me. Just talking to myself. As if you all are not there and listening. Okay, so for mouse, their traits are detail-oriented, small-minded, and nitpicky and nervous. The mouse has an innate desire to tend to the details. It often spends its days fixing, preparing, organizing, and scrutinizing. Unfortunately, a mouse personality doesn't notice when they've gone too far. Soon they begin to have a limited and fearful vision of life and try to control every detail. This can be quite a painful experience for both the mouse and those around them. When mouse energy is at play, step back for a moment. It may be time to find a more purposeful project to delve into, one that's worthy of your exacting eye. So when they're in balance, they're organized, resourceful, and prepared. When they're out of balance, they're busy with no purpose. And in order to bring them into balance, you need to take on a meaningful project. So that makes a lot of sense. I'm seeing that too with this kind of battle and conflict card as being something that could kind of put you in this energy. So, and again, it could be the mental conflict because we did also go there with it could be a fear, mental fear. All right, let's go to tiger. So tiger stands for lunar force, ease in darkness, and feminine energy. The tiger hunts at night, at one with the silence, fearing nothing. This card reminds us to take in the wild darkness, to allow the lunar forces to soothe and heal our spirits. Sensuality, receptivity, and devotion are all heightened in the midnight hour, and the tiger takes advantage of these boons. Spend some time in silence this evening, drinking in the potent calm. There is nothing to fear in the stillness except the awakening of your own power. So when they're in balance, they're passionate, strong, and sensual. When they are out of balance, they are overstimulated. So to bring into balance, it says you can do Trataka, which is candle gazing. So I also like this too because you have now kind of an emperor empress energy, so masculine feminine energy. So I believe that that's also about balance. Okay, let's get over to the firefly. So the firefly is inspired and fantastic, yet fleeting. The firefly contains the light of 1,000 stars. It's pure, radiant, and illuminating. This high frequency charge cannot be sustained for long. Therefore, the Firefly card indicates a moment of inspiration or awakening that quickly fades if we do not catch it. There is Firefly energy behind every poem, song, and invention. Our job is to be ready to harness the creative spirit when it graces our path. What can you do to support this precious and elusive light? When they're in balance, they write, create, and brainstorm. When they're out of balance, they're burnt out and they feel dull. So, in order to bring it into balance, you could either draw or write a poem. Okay, let's get to the frog. Frog stands for clearing, cleansing, and healing. The frog and the water element are almost inseparable. The frog spends its first months of life entirely within this healing element, and then emerges to rest on land. But no matter how earthly the frog becomes, its need for cleansing and rejuvenation is regular. Frogs tend to become overworked and undernourished, so it's vital that sensitive creatures practice self-care. This card serves as a reminder that water helps us cleanse, forgive, and release. Time to dive in. Frogs aren't meant to carry a heavy load. They're not like ants. When in balance, clear energy and enthusiasm for life. When out of balance, they're depleted and running on empty. And in order to bring into balance, go by a lake, river, ocean, or a bathhouse. Okay, let's read the hawk. The hawk is air. Okay, so the hawk stands for watchful, all-seeing messenger of divinity. The sharp eyes of the hawk watch our every move. This keen-eyed bird has the ability to see every little detail as well as the bigger picture. When this card appears, fate has its eyes on you, and the winds are shifting. It is said that the hawk carries news upon its wings and is sent from divinity itself to deliver it. The message should not be taken lightly. Though it may seem small or insignificant, it will eventually redirect your course. Okay, so that's the judgment too with the redirecting your course. And then with healing and Empress energy, I mean, those two also to me say like maybe you are on one trajectory and now that you've kind of done more healing work and let yourself rest and whatnot, that may propel you into a new trajectory. So when they're in balance, they see clearly, they're intuitive. When they're out of balance, it's too much, they see too much, they're suspicious. To bring into balance, you need a perspective shift. Yeah, that's the judgment card. That makes all the sense in the world. Okay, so I have these Art of War cards, and they're just pieces of advice from Sun Tzu. So let's see what advice we have. Okay. So Sun Tzu said, "We shall be unable to turn natural advantage to account unless we make use of local guides." Use the knowledge of others. Don't always think that you have to go it alone. You don't have all the answers or all the information of the time. All the time, sorry. If you don't know someone with skills and knowledge that you don't have, ask them for advice or help. They will almost always be happy to share what they know with you. Okay? So I love that too because sometimes Again, with the fear and the taking charge and authority, some of that fear might be that you feel inexperienced in a field. You've got to be in that page energy before you can be promoted to emperor and empress. It's a long journey that you have to take, but obviously we're not in it alone. The universe has our back, and there are also plenty of guardians out there who have our back as well, and we're never alone. And try to find somebody who knows what you're getting into and talk to them about it. Ask them questions. How do I open this business? How do I run this? How do I get clients? How do I advertise? Whatever it is. Okay. And then we also have, two came out. So we'll get these last two and be done. Sun Tzu said, captured soldiers should be kindly treated and kept. Offer an olive branch. Before you go to war over trivial thinking, consider the cost of doing so. Sun Tzu makes it very clear that war, even if successful, is costly. If you keep your temper, it is most likely that they will keep theirs. However, if a fight breaks out, keep your temper anyway. Fighting does not end fighting. Fighting is ending by making up, giving them an opportunity to stop the fight. And then Sun Tzu says, all warfare is based on deception. When able to attack, we must seem unable. When using our forces, we must seem inactive. When we are near, we must make the enemy believe that we are far away. When far away, we must make him believe we are near. Don't be fooled. The word deception doesn't just mean lying or deceiving people with evil intent. Magicians, secret Santa presents, or surprise parties use deception well. So deception is not inherently bad or good, but we are exposed to it every day in politics, advertising, books, and movies. Sun Tzu says you need to be able to understand deception to be skilled in seeing through it. That is perfect. I love it because it's saying make friends with your enemies, And deception, yes, it does have a bad connotation typically, but I like that it's calling out that we can use deception for good, and this may even mean hiding your business plans. And I'm just throwing it out there because I feel like that may be what this is relating to. We don't always have to tell everybody what we're doing. We don't. It's not a requirement, especially if you don't need that external validation. Keep your plans secret, And then when you're finished and you've made it to the other side of all the obstacles along the way, then you can come out with it and tell people. But, by then you've already been established. They're not going to try to sabotage anything along your way. You can just do your own thing and get your own thing done. So, all right. So that is the reading for today. I hope this resonated with somebody out there. And if it didn't, you can check out my other readings. I have tons out there for you to go and see. I try to post 4 to 5 times a week, not on the weekends. And if you are looking for more, I do have an Etsy shop that you can purchase readings on. I also do other things in there. So just go ahead and check it out. It'll be in the description. So I want to thank you all again so much for being here. It is my honor and privilege to read these messages for you. And I believe in energy exchange as well. So thank you for showing up, because this will be, pushed back out to you if this is a message you're needing to hear. So I do wish you all happiness, health, wealth, abundance, joy, and above all, love. Honestly, I do. Thank you so much for being here. I will catch you on the next one. And always keep in mind that I'm a beacon of light here to help guide you through the darkness. Thank you so much. Bye.